So episode 15, we're going to talk a little bit more about China-y kind of stuff today, and the culture shock. Justin has recently travelled back to Canada for a pretty decent period of time and then moved back to China again. So you've had like a triple, quadruple bypass of culture.
Yeah, it's been a little, about a bit of a reverse and, regular culture shock. Going back home it was nice, but I mean, like everyone else, it kind of tends to get old very quick. For the first couple weeks, it was nice to do normal things that Canadians do, like go to Tim Hortons, obviously, grab a little coffee and a bagel, and just do normal stuff, drive my car, hang out with friends,
open beers with chainsaws. Yeah,
exactly. Go over to the neighbor's house, open some beers with a chainsaw. Not something you typically do here in China or in general, but
it's definitely a very Canadian thing, I think.
Yeah, it was definitely a first for me. I must say that was
oh, that's not like an everyday thing.
No, that's just my neighbor just
like,
being,
who's got a bottle opener? And someone just runs into the room with a chainsaw.
That's just my neighbor, Ivan. He's French as can be. Shout out to Ivan. He's a really good guy. He's a miner, and he wanted to open my beer one night with a chainsaw. So I said, hey, man, I'll just take a step back, and you can do that. Yeah, that was, but it worked out good.
It was good. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed that video. That was a first for me as well.
But it was good, man. It was good going back home, especially just seeing family. Like, I lived in Canada my whole life. Like, I've traveled across Canada for various reasons. But, I mean, to actually be gone for, 10 months straight, it was a little challenging at times. But like I said, it was nice to go home and just see the family and close friends. And especially better to be back here now, though.
You prefer the shock of coming back here?
Yeah, it was just weird going back home. Just everything, like, living here just was awesome, and then I'm going back home, and I'm living with my parents for the meantime, and I'm going to do my regular job again, and just things like that, like just driving my car. Like, I hadn't driven in 10 months, so just to be able to drive my car and just go from place to place.
That must have been quite nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
But just going back into a normal working routine.
Yeah, and not
like the kind of life that you tried to escape and get away from.
Exactly, yeah.
And then you've deliberately gone back to it. It must be.
It was sweet.
I can't imagine that. That's one of the reasons why I don't intend to go home for any prolonged period of time.
Yeah.
I think it would just drive me nuts.
Yeah, it did for a bit. Like I said, at first it was great, hanging out with the boys, just drinking. Weed's legal now in Canada, so we were just, having a good time doing that. We're like kids in a candy store. What's that?
I'm a little bit jealous about that.
Yeah, it was like, that was like pretty crazy to me, just being able to I go from living in China, where like stuff like that is like completely prohibited. Like, you can't do that here. And now
talk about it.
Yeah, you can't even talk about it. You can't even think about talking about it. And then now I'm back home, and I'm like at a 4-level dispensary in downtown Toronto. Haven't even been in Canada for 24 hours. It was just like the reverse culture shock, and just even, going to a grocery store. My buddy just bought a brand new house. We're going to grab some stuff to fill his fridge, and like, everyone's quiet. Everyone's just walking around doing their groceries, not yelling or throwing fish on the ground and kicking its head in and like putting it out of its misery in front of thousands of people walking around the store like they do here. It was just like, I'm looking at my
supermarkets
buddy.
Are pretty crazy here.
Yeah,
I like it though. I kind of like that, because it's just like, okay, it's not like, I just need to go to the store and grab a few things. It's like, no, I have to mentally prepare myself to go shopping. Yeah. Because there's going to be hordes of fucking old people.
Exactly.
And they do not give a fuck about anything outside of what's directly in front of them. No. So it's just like navigating all of these fucking dinosaurs.
No, it's just like, I feel like here, like everyone's in their own little bubble, and they don't see anyone around it. Like I said, with the fish being thrown on the ground last year, Devin and I were in the corner or the market, and this guy just picks up a fish out of the fish tank and just throws it on the ground about 6 times in a row just to, you know, put the fish out of its misery. But if you did that back in Canada, I guarantee you someone would be calling and that place would be shut down.
You'd have you'd have 100 vegans outside your front door the next day complaining about the fucking fish's feelings.
Yeah, it's just mind blowing. Like, you didn't think maybe you could have did that in the back, not where, like, you know,
or just like you'd put it on a table, hack its head off with a knife like a normal person.
Like I said, it's just a completely different world here.
Yeah, they do things different.
Yeah, and it's not
wrong, it's just different.
Yeah, like I was saying, like back home, like I was in the line to pay for like the groceries with my buddy, and I'm like, dude, why is it so cool? This is weird.
Why is no one pushed in front of me?
Why is everyone like not? Why isn't everyone talking? Like, what's going on here? And he's like, what do you mean? Like, he has no idea what I'm going through as far as like reverse culture shock, trying to get back to the, you know, the normal things that I'm used to, just being back home. So it was a little weird, but I mean, it was refreshing to go home. So it was nice. It was a good time.
That was cool, man. I like the videos you're sending me, like just chilling in the garden, 6 feet of snow, chilling in your jacuzzi, just blazing up.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, my parents got a nice backyard. It's like the perfect backyard for like Canadians. A nice pool, a hot tub. And when I went back home in April, we still had about, you know, 7 or 8 feet of snow on the ground. So that was a little weird for me. Like, I'm used to snow, but I was not prepared for that, because Toronto, they don't normally get snow, or like they get very little now, but we live more up north, about 4 or 5 hours from Toronto. So when my buddy picked me up at the airport, we're heading home the next day, like the farther we were getting to my city, the more snow I started to see, and I'm like, okay, this isn't good. And then we get into the city and it's just a complete shit show. People are drifting in the snowbanks, and like it was just like, okay,
that's just what I picture Canada like all the time.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I guess I'm back home now, so let's go shovel the driveway for Dad. He was getting pretty fucking tired of doing that, you know.
But like with the snow, like you guys get serious fucking snow, like up to your like 6 feet of snow.
Yeah, so this year, well, last winter that just passed,
enough to bury a car.
Oh, for sure.
So you got enough snow to bury a car, and you just get the snow plows out, you get your shovels out, and you fucking deal with it, and life goes on, right?
Yeah, it's just...
The school shut down?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Back when I was in high school, I don't know who was running the department for like the buses and all that, but there would be like 40 centimeters of snow that hit the ground in one night, and they'd be like, oh, the schools are open, the buses are running, and we're just like, even my parents are like, what the fuck, like what do you mean? But now things have changed. Like they like meditate these weather forecasts like 2 days in advance, and they'll be like, oh, there's no school like this day and this day. It makes no sense. Like my sister is a little younger, and she had so many snow days, like it would be like, oh, we're calling for freezing rain tomorrow, so we're gonna cancel school. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like my dad would like be trying to drive me to school and like can't even make it up the hill in his truck. Got 4-wheel drive, you know what I mean? And he's trying to make it up this hill, and we're starting to go down the hill now. It's like things have changed. It's just like that's anywhere, everything.
Like where I'm from in the south of England.
Yeah.
If you get one little fucking snowflake fall out the sky, everyone's like, fuck!
Oh yeah,
like a fucking apocalypse.
Yeah,
like everyone's just freaking out. They've got all these gritters out on the road.
Yeah,
and there's nothing. We don't really get any snow. Like you got London, north of London, like the Midlands and Manchester and the north, all these places. Then you get proper snow.
Yeah,
but you're talking a few feet at the most. Mm-hmm. And I remember one winter I was working with a buddy of mine, my old boss, Paul Voller. Shout out to Paul Voller. Fucking miss you. Master Voller. Hey. He's one of the best guys I know. He taught me how to do my plastering and stuff when I was a kiddie.
Right on.
But we were building his house in a place called Seaford, and it was just, I don't know, hour outside of Brighton, something like that. And we were working as well in London, doing a big job in London, not long after that in the winter. And so it was about 2.5 hour drive into London every day. So we get up early, drive in, but then winter hit, the snow hit, and we didn't even make it out of his fucking like town. This big hill that you come out of his driveway, and then you go up this hill, and that we didn't make it up there. Shoveling. He's got this tiny little Jack Russell Jazz. I think she's passed on now, bless her, little cool dog, and she's just hopping in and out. It's like, where's the dog? It's like buried in snow, just hopping around.
My life, dude.
Shoveling snow, trying to get this truck out, and we just went back and we did what you did, man. Just chilled in the jacuzzi, in snow. There's something about a hot tub in the garden when it's snowing. There's no better time to have a hot tub. Hot tub in the summer, all right, it's okay. Hot tub on like a nice cool day, it's all right. Hot tub when it's shitting down with snow is the bomb.
Yeah, it is cool.